evening, family. It's good to be here with you. Livestream with lots of information is coming up now towards you. Lots of shifts are happening, alignments, but a bit of wisdom before we start, because we are now in Sagittarius season. So let's listen to some higher wisdom. Remember who you are. We are only visitors. We are here to learn, to grow, to love, and we go back home. Yes, we go back home. We go back home. Remember who you are. Don't allow this time to change now. In the core of your soul, you know who you are. We know who we are, right, family? Hello, beautiful family. Hello, hello, hello. Good to be here with you on this rainy, gray, wintry day. But it's not really winter. It's hot and it's humid. It's hot and it's humid, but it's raining and it's gray and it's cloudy and it's weird. And it's in perfect alignment with the time we live in, because the times are weird. Hello to everyone in the chat room. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Heather. Hello, Tabitha. Hello, Benjamin. Hello, Dee. Hello, Ruth. Hello, I love. Iliana. Awesome. Hello, Ima. Shalom, Ima. Hello, Valerie. Rebecca. Inbar. Chris. Hello, Chris. You're very happy about this Sag season, huh? Are you a Sag, Chris? Tanya is with us as well. Beautiful. Who else is here with us? I'm just gonna have a sip of water. Simone, beautiful Simone. And Roll King. Oh, brother, I love you so much. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, wow. What an intense week that was, huh? Ending the Scorpio season. Hello, Breeze. Hello, Deborah. It's good to have you all here with me. Wow! We survived a crazy week, Jenaline. Awesome. Well, first of all, let me take the music down. Okay. So first of all, I wanted to say that, last week was the end of Scorpio season. And it was intense indeed. I don't know how it was for you, but for me there were a lot of things happening. I had both my son and my wife birthdays and birthday things going on. And I was like, oh my God. It was like running, doing, organizing, fixing, doing, while at the same time, doing the meditations and the healing sessions, usually day by day. At the same time, Bitcoin is like rocking it to the moon, and the crypto chat room is alive, and we are like seeing the all-time high, like right there. We are already looking at it eye to eye. And it's been a very exciting week for the crypto people, for the Bitcoin people, because we are being validated every day. The validations keep on coming through, that we've made the right choices and that we've learned the right thing. And, this is now exactly 1 month from today where Jupiter is going to meet Saturn on the 0 degree of Aquarius. Exactly 1 month, which means this is the last final month of Saturn in Capricorn since December 2017. This is the final month of Saturn in his home. So this is the final hearing now. That's it. The judge of the high court of law and order, of karma, of time, of purpose, of duties, of responsibilities, of do your homework, study hard, work hard. He's coming now, he's sitting right at the end degrees of his star sign. He's now right now on the 27, and this week he will cross to the 28. Later on, like next week, beginning of next week. And this is it. This is it. This is like, what have you learned over the last 3 years? Have you done your proper homework? Have you done your research? Have you done your own due diligence? Have you been responsible? Have you done the hard work? If so, good karma will come your way. The rewards and the fruits and the rewards of your hard labor will now start to unfold in your life. If you faced, and I know many of our community did do that, so for us it's a validating yes, 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 and yes. I faced my shadows, I faced my traumas, I faced my pain, I went to get healing for it, I went to meditate with it, I connected with spirit for it, I've done then my homework on earth, I have looked into the financial system, I have looked into the global system, I have looked into history, I have looked into patterns in astrology, I have looked into patterns in finance and economy. I have kind of got to learn from other people who are more knowledgeable than me and more expert than me about their wisdom, their point of view. I didn't follow any one of them, but I learned from each one of them. And I also learned from the people. I've learned from the community. I've learned from the media. I've learned a lot I think we all learned a lot from the media this year in 2020. I think we've learned that the media is starting to become outdated. And we are all waking up to the illusion. Oh, there's so much connecting now, we're all waking up to that higher truth. We are in Sagittarius season now. The sun is on 0 degrees Sagittarius. Happy birthday to all the Sagittarius in the house. Woohoo! In general, wait a second, I'll say hello to quite a few people. Hello, Emily, and Shalom Abba, and hello, the media. Oh, yeah. Hello, Lauren as well. And so, when the sun goes into Sag, that's kind of good. It's awesome. Because Sag is that half man, half horse, aiming his arrow and bow into the heavens. And Sag is, the energy of Sag is looking for the highest truth, looking to become wiser, seeking wisdom, seeking teaching, seeking learning, seeking higher education, seeking to broaden up our perspective and our knowledge, to look into foreign cultures, foreign teachings, foreign lands, to look over the seas into other countries. So usually in Sagittarius time, is time where people might feel the urge to go and travel overseas, to foreign land, to foreign culture. Or suddenly they will have a kind of a relationship with someone from other country or other culture. That's kind of this energy, because when we open ourselves into the world, into what's different than us, we learn more about life. And so that's in general Sag, but it's also the optimistic. Sag is coming after Scorpio on purpose, because in Scorpio we are visiting the underworld. We are visiting, I just want to check that my audio levels are good. Give me a sec here. Yep. Yes, good. In Scorpio, we're going into the underworld. We're going into the depth. And by the way, that's not over, because if you look at the chart on your 3 o'clock yesterday, Venus entered Scorpio. So the Sun and Venus, they're doing this cool dance over the last couple of weeks where they're both walking together. They were both like on the 25th degree, Venus, Libra, Sun in Scorpio. Then they move. 26, 27, 28, 29, and now they're both in 0. Sun shifted to Sag, Venus shifted to Scorpio. That's a big shift. It's a big shift in the tone. So it's interesting because the Sun kind of ended Scorpio season for the soul. It's moving into Sag now to look into the future with a broader kind of point of view, trying to understand what is this journey in Scorpio season have shown us and revealed to us that we need to adjust our belief structure. Sagittarius is our belief structure, is what we believe in. Do you believe in Christianity? Do you believe in Judaism? Do you believe in Islam? Do you believe in are you an atheist? Do you believe in, what do you believe in? So Scorpio kind of come and takes us down into the underworld, into the shadow, saying, what is this crap? What is that? What are you doing there? What is that secret? Why are you hiding this from you? It's like you go to church, but you don't really relate to the teaching and whatever. I'm just giving examples. I'm not against any faith or any belief or any religion. I'm a rainbow man. All is love, all is welcome, all is good. There is a truth and divinity within everything. And if we want to be good souls on a Sagittarian season, that's the point of view. is like to be open to learn from everything, because God, Spirit, the divine is in everything, the dark and the light. All religions, all cultures, all ages, all colors, everyone have wisdom, divine wisdom within them. And so in Sage, we are opening ourselves up to know that wisdom that we don't have, that can be found in another person, in another culture, in another teaching. That's in general the tone. So yeah, Sage is a very optimistic time. It's kind of like, yeah, thank God I'm out of Shambhala. It's kind of like, oof, like Indiana Jones going into the tombs, with the skeleton and the mummies and everything. And he's getting the treasure. Scorpio is the hidden treasure. We are looking for the hidden treasure. And then you find the hidden treasure, but then everything, in Indiana Jones kind of scene, that as soon as you pick up, let's say, that green diamond, then suddenly as he pick the green diamond, the world's starting to crumble and he need to run away from it before he gets stuck there. And then he's getting up to the surface and he's coming out into daylight and he goes like, whew, and he looks back. Wow, the rain is pouring outside. He looks back, you can probably hear it as well. He looks down to that kind of underworld place where he just was falling apart, and he goes like, wow, thank God I'm out of there. Wow, lightning. Poof. Pachamama reminding us how tiny and small and insignificant we are. Wow. I won't be surprised if something happened during this live stream, if we have this storm, because it's not so good for computers and electricity and stuff. We'll see. Hello, Steven. Hello, brother. Good to see you on the screen. So you see what I mean? Indiana Jones coming out of the underworld with that green diamond, and then he's in daylight on top of the surface and goes like, great. So now, where do I want to go? This is Sagittarius. He's like, okay, now that I'm out of this dark place, where do I want to go? How high can I aim? So Sag is kind of, I always say to people, aim to the stars, land in the clouds. If you aim to the stars, wherever you land under will be good. But if you only aim for the clouds, you land at the treetop. And if you only aim for the treetop, you land at the branch. And if you only aim at the branch, you might end up on the ground. So, and if you aim for the ground, you might end up underground. So with Sag, it's kind of like, hey, you just kind of got to understand, feel, process, know, get insights, and it's unfolding. It's not over yet. Hello, Kali Rasta, beautiful girl. So it's kind of like it's not over yet. The revelations are only starting. The secrets will still keep on coming through. It will keep on challenging our belief structure. It will keep on challenging what we know and what we don't know. It's an ongoing process, but here there is a shift in that mechanism, and you need to understand something. All this year is one big shift. And it's kind of, I said many times, it's like, one of those clocks, and it has like many wheels in it, big wheels and small wheels, and it's like tick, 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 pack. Pack, boom, tick, 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 pack, 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 boom. And the wheels are just shifting each other. So this is a good shift, because it might feel like, oh, wow, okay, so let's be positive, let's be optimistic. I mean, in Australia, we have the right reason for it, right? Because here, the rest of the world is in chaos. Europe is like, there is protests now in Berlin, because in Berlin, the government did to the Germans what we experienced a few months ago, where they kind of passed kind of the law that allowed the police to invade any house they want in any time. I'm interested if that law is still in force in Australia, or if they kind of canceled it now that we are coming off. That would be interesting to see. I haven't digged into that. But so in Germany, they passed this law that they can invade any house at any time without a warrant. People don't have the right to gather together. You can't socialize with anyone. If you are seen talking to someone or something like that, you get fines. So the Germans in Berlin just went out to the street, protest with the police. That happens there. England is in a mess. France, now they're saying like that, Mediterranean countries are really struggling with it. Libya, Algeria, all that region. Lebanon, Pakistan, third world countries that doesn't necessarily have as capacity as first world countries to kind of tackle this in certain ways. It's big. While we in Australia, it's kind of like, hey, 3 weeks, nothing, nada. Can we please take off our face mask, please? Please now, if we may. It's like 7 million people. No one is sick. 3 weeks. Can we please get like, can we breathe? It's like, okay, we respect the law. We honor the law, definitely, for sure. We're working together, for sure, for the highest good of all, for sure. But come on, give us a break. It's like 3 weeks. It's like 7 million people. I mean, let's go. So this is sad for us. It's like, woohoo, we have no cases, while the rest of the world is really struggling. We can kind of start lift our head and say, okay, so we're slowly really coming back. It's like, coming back to what? Sagittarius season is coming to ask us. Because who is in Sagittarius? The South Node. So it's a different Sagittarius season. Because what we knew, what we believe, what we hoped for is not there. And that's what we are finding with the South Node there. That we're coming back to something, hopefully, like hopeful, that we will find the same way we lived, hopeful that we will find the same relationship or the same connection or the same lifestyle or the same community or the same everything, the same banking system, the same currency, the same way we do business, but it's gone. It's no longer valid. Uh-oh. So that challenges the way we believe about what we believe. That challenges what we know about what we know. That challenges how hope is perceived and what can be hopeful about in a constructive, good way that can manifest and build our new dreams. But it also shows us what is no longer possible. Because on top of the fact that the South Node is in your 1 o'clock over there, let me show you. Over there. See this? South Node. 1 o'clock, 20 degrees. Okay? So as the sun entered Sag now, the sun will go day by day. And around 3 weeks from now, it will be on the South Node. It will meet that. This is happening this Sagittarius season. Sag is ruled by Jupiter, 12 o'clock here. 24 degree, 30 minutes. Jupiter is coming off his big meeting with Pluto that they had like a few weeks ago. And Jupiter with Pluto, Jupiter is the story, right? Jupiter is the teaching, it's the story, it's what we believe in. The story we tell ourselves, the story we tell our children as we pass our cultural beliefs from generation to generation. As we pass, Matthew, big love, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the love. My bromance. I've got good bromance in the chat room. That's awesome. It's good to have more men in the house to balance a bit. Wow. Crazy rain. It feels like we're in Byron Bay down here. All our audience from Byron Bay. Melbourne is becoming pretty subtropical. Warm and rainy. Really cool. And weird at the same time. So, in the same way that I was saying that the sun entered Sagittarius season, 0 degree Sag, and Pluto and Jupiter met a few weeks ago, and Jupiter is the ruler of Sag, and Sag and Jupiter is kind of the story teaching, the storytelling, the belief, the philosophy, the guru, what the guru said, and what the master said, and what the chief said, and what the shaman said, and what the philosopher said, and the doctor, and the head of that organization, and the head of that organization, and that specialist, and that professor, and that prime minister, and the president, and what they say. That's Sagittarius, the sages, the people in the know, and with the stories they are telling us, so we will know what they know as they want us to know. And as you can see, the whole dynamic of this year is like forcing humanity, forcing the individual consciousness to question, to ponder. That's what it's supposed to do. So Jupiter with Pluto 3 times this year, we spoke about it. We said like it was like beginning of April, then beginning of July, and then 2 weeks ago. Last week? A week and a half ago. And this was around Pluto and death of Jupiter, old stories, old belief, old philosophy. The story that we lived our life by is ended. Planet Earth and humanity, the relationship between us and Earth, and between us and the system and the way we function as a species on Earth, is done. It's finished. It's dead. It's gone. Yes, not completely. Yes, there is some system working. Yes, there is a certain structure working. But we will find out with the time unfolding that it's dead. It's gone. It's just no longer valid. Why? Because of Pluto need of evolution, deep transformation in Capricorn, in governance, in law and order, in institutions, in the system, in the hierarchy, in the patriarchy, how we live on Earth, as a species, as humanity. It's done, finished. It was good for a few thousands years, a few hundreds of years. It was good. Now it's time to change. So Pluto and Jupiter is like, it's time to end that old story, and it's time to rebirth, to give birth to a new story, a new governance, a new law and order, a new karma, a new duty, a new purpose. That's what it's about, basically. So after Jupiter met Pluto 3 times this year, it's done. Now Jupiter is breaking out of Pluto. He's already a degree and 30 minutes away from Pluto. It's not much. It's still there because Jupiter is huge and Pluto is way out there. And Jupiter now is making his way towards Saturn. So after we ended the story, ended the old belief, say, once you believe that your purpose is to be a personal trainer, suddenly this year, with all the things that happen, you realize that personal training doesn't really do it to you anymore. And it's weird, because you really used to love it. You used to really love doing it. And personal trainer is one example. It could be a carpenter. It could be an electrician. It could be a healer. It could be a doctor. It could be a nurse. Whatever. That's just in a path of your occupation, of your purpose and duty. Okay? It could be also, okay, until now, every day you finish work and you go to the local pub to sit there for a few hours, then you come home, and you used to believe that that's the right way for you to live. Until this year. Suddenly you couldn't go to the pub, you had to sit at home with yourself. Obviously you drank less alcohol, you've socialized less. Obviously that forced you to confront the things that the alcohol usually is covering up. Now it could be alcohol, it can be drugs, it can be sugar, it can be shopping, because you couldn't go to the shop, you couldn't do your thing. Your thing was, in order to feel beautiful and attractive, you used to dress very, very sexy and hot and beautiful, and just go around, walk in the streets, maybe Brunswick Street, maybe Fitzroy, maybe botanical gardens, maybe festivals, maybe. And suddenly this year, you couldn't do it. You couldn't show off your beauty, sexy, desirable self. And what did that do? You had to sit with yourself in your apartment or in your house if you're lucky, and you had to confront the fact that you have no external source of validation to your beauty, sexiness, attractiveness, which was originally just a cover-up for your insecurity and lack of self-love and worthiness. Suddenly this year brought you home, you sat with yourself all this year, going through all the process. It made you realize things about yourself, about what you did and how you did it and why you did it, and suddenly you realize through this experience things that kind of reshaped your perception. You go, I no longer relate to that. I no longer want to do that. I no longer believe that that's who I am. I no longer, want to associate myself with that or with that or with that. So that's been the journey of the year. Scorpio came to bring some death and rebirth, some deep transformation. And now the sun moves into Sag, and it's kind of going there. It's like, okay, so what am I hoping for? What am I wishing for? What do I actually want? It's a positive thing because Sag is lighter. It's kind of a bit lighter. It's a bit more positive. It's like, you know what? Let's lift our head up and let's look up at what's coming our way rather than what is been going from our life that we've been focusing over the last few months. What is ending? What is dying? What is not there? What is not available? Give me a second here. I want to be a bit optimistic. People look at the world And what I'm saying that the old world, the way we live by, is dead. And I said that since February, since March, when we went to lockdown, I said bye-bye to reality. We are not going to live in the same way we lived. Done. Finished. And that's what we're going through now. It's kind of like, oh my God, I was hoping that everything's going to be the same, and it's not the same. Now, this is nothing yet. I believe that the real truth bomb and the real karmic knock on the door will be in March, when the stimulant money is going to stop dripping from the government. And people who are not doing their proper homework and not doing the proper preparation towards that, of building up and creating momentum on their own, where the nanny, the government, is just going to drop them into the shit and say, look, we helped you as much as we can, and we are grateful for that, right? But because we helped you, we had to print trillions of dollars, millions and billions of dollars. The printing machine was so red hot, was going like brrrr, print money, give the people money so they won't kind of go nuts because they need to eat and they need to shop online and they need to Uber and they need to. We can't lock them in the house and don't give them anything. Let's give them a bit of money so it will make them feel good, and we are grateful. But that basically meant more printing of money, and when you have more printing of money, that means inflation. Inflation is when you have more of something, and because you have more of something, it loses its value because there is more of it. The reason why diamonds are expensive is because every year there's a certain capacity of diamonds released to the market. Ooh. But, hello Chopper, how you doing, man? Noise pollution. But there's actually a lot of diamonds in the bunkers. There's a lot of diamonds in the safes. But if they will let people know how much diamonds there are in the safes, it won't have the same value. That's how it works. FOMO, fear of missing out. It's kind of like, oh, there is not enough diamond, let's buy diamond. Everyone wants to buy diamond because there's not enough diamond. What if the truth will be told that there's a lot of diamonds? That would be interesting, right? So this is kind of this energy as well. So it's kind of like, it's time to end the old story because it's not valid anymore. Even if you really try, if you're going to keep on trying, like validating the old belief, the old story, you will find yourself in the ocean of delusions, deceptions, and illusions of Neptune in Pisces. So it's a very mental alignments going on here, and it's long alignments. Long alignments. Sun in Sag, about to meet the South Node, realizing that the old beliefs and the old optimism and the old hope are no longer valid, while Neptune is stationing this week, is really slowing down, and at the beginning of next week, Neptune is moving direct, and that means that from next week, only Uranus is retrograde. All planets are direct now. And that's a good thing, right? But, as we said last week about Mercury, when a planet station, its energy is intensifies. And Neptune is the dream, it's healing, it's miracles, it's divinity, divine connection, divine presence, divine love, oneness. It's that, as we seek for that. And it's also escapism, substance abuse, illusions, deceptions, lies, the media. And as Neptune is stationing direct, the moon nodes later on this week will move to the 19th degree, which is then only 1 degree. So the moon nodes are at your 2 o'clock, right? And at your 7 o'clock. See, here is the North Node in Gemini, 7 o'clock, and the South Node, 2 o'clock, in Sagittarius. And here is Neptune here at 11 o'clock, on the 18th degree, 10 minutes, slowing down, really slow now, and he's squaring them 18 to the 20. And as they move to the 19th degree, it's only 1 degree apart, and they will square exactly in January. So from now into January, the amount of media information, disinformation, lies, disclosures, revelations, exposure, deceptions, illusions, it's going to be more and more and more and more and more. And that's going to support and empower this month as the sun comes into the south node in Sag, showing us that what we used to believe in is no longer here. It's kind of like, what? I believe that story? I can't believe I believed that was true. In a relationship, it could be, I can't believe I thought you loved me. All this time I was sure you loved me. Now I realize you don't love me. I can't believe you're not attracted to me. All this time I thought maybe it was this and that, but you're actually not attracted to me. Wow, I didn't realize that. In your job, oh my God, you're back to work, doing what you used to love doing, but suddenly you don't feel it. There is no oomph. You don't like it. It doesn't feel right. You're suffering, you're struggling. It's kind of like, oh my God, what's going on with me? Why am I not feeling it? Oops. The old story of me wanting to be a swimsuit model, son, it's not what I want to do. I had this passion to create an Instagram page that will have tens of thousands of followers by me showing off my butt and my boobs and my stomach and I got like all these followers, and I thought like, wow, I'm a celeb, man. I'm really cool. Look how many people following me. My darling, they don't follow you. They follow your body. And you're entertaining their shadows in a way without knowing. But you told yourself that it's about because they appreciate your beauty. And in some cases it's true. But truth bomb. So this is kind of uncomfortable. Now, we've been saying that over the last couple of months, 2-3 months, the energy is really pinpointing at relationships. Remember the Mercury retrograde? It went on top of Juno, the goddess of marriage, relationships, and oppose Uranus for sudden, unexpected, shocking changes, traumatic events, revelations, aha moments, discoveries, Then Mercury retrograded in Scorpio, back into Libra. He met Venus face-to-face in Libra. They haven't met exactly, but they were facing each other in Libra, talking there. Then Mercury turned around and moved back into Scorpio. And as he did that, he opposed Uranus for the third, final time. Again, revelation, aha moment. Things are clicking in your head, in your mind, underneath the surface, in your unconscious, subconscious, behind the scenes. The detective hat is on, and you're looking and you're watching all the details, all the alignments, what's going on. And I've given you many dates to look into. And now we've got, look at your 3 o'clock, you've got Mercury at 15 degree Scorpio, finally out of shadow. So remember, the shadow is the area where Mercury retrograded from to. So Mercury moved to the 11th degree of Scorpio. He retrograded into the 25th degree of Libra, and that's the shadow zone. And a few days ago, Mercury stepped out of the 11th degree and got out of the shadow. So now Mercury is starting to move faster and faster, and he is riding towards Juno on the 21st degree of Scorpio. So Mercury is going to catch up with Juno again after he met with her in opposition to Uranus, then retrograded on top of her again, then went to meet Venus, the goddess of relationships, and then come back again and say, okay, Juno, listen, darling. After that meeting with you, when you showed me that fact, when you revealed to me that insight that I didn't know, when you kind of spoke to me about the hidden and the secrets, when you revealed to me something about my most intimate relationships and my sacred relationships, it doesn't have to be a person, it could be a passion or a job or an identity or purpose. And if everything is a relationship, or your habit, or your substance abuse, or your sex, or because it's Scorpio, so it's your sexuality, your relationship with your sacred sexuality. Maybe this time showed you places that you are like playing in the shadow side of sexuality, maybe. Maybe, you are abusing your sexuality, addictions, things like that. Then it went, conversed in Libra. Now it come back and say, listen, Juno, I reflected about everything you told me, And I actually went really deep. I investigated it. I was really reflecting, pondering. I was redefining things. I was really looking into it. I was kind of observing, witnessing, downloading insights. Tick, 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 tick. And there is no boom yet, but there's the tick, tick, and the ticks keep on going. Then I kind of spoke to Venus in Libra in a fair way. We just sat, she was pretty far away from me. She was on the edge of one table, and I was at the end of the other side of the table. And it was one of those long tables. So we were talking to each other. And it was a fair discussion. It was about justice and fairness and what's right and how to achieve balance and harmony in a relationship. Venus was home in Libra. Venus in Scorpio now, that's the weak spot for Venus. So she moves from a strong place of home into a place she's kind of like not managing to attract what she wants. Facing that. Facing why is she attracting the wrong partners? Why is she attracting? Because it's Venus, it's a relationship, it's money, it's sexuality, it's beauty, it's your health, it's your values, and it's in Scorpio. It's the dark side of it. It's the secretive side of it. It's the things that you hide from yourself, of how these current relationships, for example, represent your subconscious, unconscious traumas, pain, wounds that shaped your perception and shapes your belief structure of Sagittarius around relationships that is based on your mom and dad, in most cases. And suddenly you see it, it's like, oh my God, I can see, I'm doing mom and dad. All my life I told myself I'm not going to do mom and dad because mom and dad, as much as I love them, they did this and this and that and that. And it's not that anyone's mom and dad are good or bad. We are all human beings. I'm a dad myself. I'm not perfect. As good dad as I'm trying and aiming to be, I am bound to make mistakes. That's the karmic laws. There will be things that I will do wrong if I like it or not. There have been things that I've done wrong already. And I didn't necessarily choose it, but it just happened. That's part of the universal order. So it's not that any parent is a bad parent. We are all doing our best. But this time is kind of showing us with Venus in Scorpio is like where the past is playing with us, where the past experiences of relationships, our exes, our previous relationships, our relationship with our parents, the relationship of our parents and the way it shaped our perception of relationship, and why we're attracting this kind of partner when we really want that kind of partner. And that's the Sagittarius. Is like, hey, while Venus is like digging the shadows now in Scorpio, she is now facing, what do I want to attract? Because Scorpio is the master of attraction. Scorpio is kind of manifestation, psychic, intuition. So in all the department of our finance, of our health, I've heard quite a few people that shared with me that over the last few weeks, months, they've really confronted their addictions, their substance use, and they're kind of really given it a good shot of stopping. And that could be it as well for you. It's like Venus in Scorpio is dealing with the dynamic of power. So it's like deep observation into the dynamic of power and sexuality within our relationships. Dynamic of power within our finances, our money, within our health. How are we abusing our health? How are we abusing our sexuality? How are we abusing our relationships? How are we abusing our money? How are we abusing our income? How are we abusing our psychic ability to manifest and to attract what we want? What is sabotaging that? So as we are digging with Venus in Scorpio, Mercury will come into Juno. Guess when? When Venus will be in opposition to Uranus. Sudden, unexpected, again, the same element of Mercury opposition to Uranus, now it's coming with Venus. And it's really powerful because Mercury opposed Uranus when it was in Scorpio, in opposition to Uranus in Taurus, and the Mercury retrograde is the same area zone where Venus retrograded in October, November 2018. So now I'm going to give you a certain process that is really, really cool and put that now down for you. And it's a really cool cycle to connect the dots with, okay? I'm going to aim to show it to you on the screen as well. So Venus in Scorpio now, here on your 3 o'clock and 20 minutes, something like that, whatever. It's connected to Mercury retrograde that we just had, because Mercury retrograded from the 11th degree Scorpio to the 25th Libra and forward again to where he is now. So now Venus is covering the area where Mercury just retrograded in. So it's kind of like Venus was like, wait a second. What is all this that you are telling me, Mercury? I mean, what is all this that you're revealing to me? I want to know. I want to dig deep into this. I want to go and penetrate to the depth of this. What is this about? What is this showing me about my relationships? What is corrupted? What is wrong? What do I need to change and transform deeply in my finance, in my money, in my job, in my sexuality, in my health? What needs this deep transformation of Scorpio? And she's doing that, Venus is doing that, where Mercury was just processing. Okay? Now, where Venus is right now, she opposed Uranus in 2018, where she is right now, today. Okay? So this is where Uranus was on 0 degree Taurus 2 years ago. Okay? Let me take you there. This is cool. 2020, now we're going to 2018. There you go. So this is now 2018, okay? 22nd of November, I took exactly 2 years back. And you see Venus is here on the 25th degree, okay? She finished her retrograde. If I go 1 day back, you'll see she was stationing. Oh, sorry. There she goes. There you go. You see? Stationing, S. Here Venus is in your 4 o'clock. Venus here in the orange symbol. 14 degrees, Libra. 25th degree, Libra. She's stationed. That was exactly 2 years ago, on the 16th of November. A day after, she moved direct. And then she came to the 0 degree. No, the first alignment. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back when it was retrograding. There you go. Venus here, 0 degree Scorpio, in opposition to Uranus, 0 degree Taurus. So this happened 31st of October, 2018. Okay, that was a big date, a big day for us. Now, something happened to you, to us, to all of us, in our relationships, in our jobs, in our finance, in our sexuality, 2 years ago, on the 31st of October, where Venus opposed Uranus. It was sudden, it was shocking, it was traumatic. Maybe trauma came up for you. Maybe a choice you made have triggered a traumatic experience and you went on a journey and it affected your relationships. Maybe it affected your business. Maybe you allowed yourself to go and explore something with your sexuality that traumatized you. Maybe you have invested your money in a wrong way that kind of traumatized you. Maybe you chose to invest in some stocks and you lost money, these kind of things. So this was 2 years ago, and this time is connected to that time because Venus is exactly on the same area, okay? So this is one point for you to connect the dots between now, all this month, Mercury has been there. Now Venus comes here. So remember this, Venus here, 0, Uranus here, 0, okay? And now we go back to now. Here is Venus 0, and Uranus is on 7. So only in a few days from now, I'll take you there. This week is it's okay. It's not as intense, but still big things are happening. Last week was very intense. The week before, super intense, all the Jupiter-Pluto. Pluto is the intensity. So, we've passed the Saturn-Pluto. We've passed now the Jupiter-Pluto. We're coming off it. So the intensity is going to kind of slowly wind down now as we are preparing for the action. Why action? Because Mars is also now direct. He's moving. It's moving slow. It's only starting to gain momentum. But now that Mars is moving forward, this is the warrior, the masculine, finally coming back to his senses, like waking up from his weakness, from his woundedness, and he goes like, I need to find the courage to face Venus, Mercury, Juno in Scorpio. Face my fears. I have to face this fear of confronting that thing in my relationship that I'm always afraid of confronting because I'm afraid of it affecting it in a way that it will end or it will break down or it will die. I don't want to say that truth to that person because that will create an impact that might end or might die or might wrap it up. And I'm afraid of that. Or, So this is, Mars is now going direct. It's saying, let's find the courage to face these fears. Let's face these secrets. Let's face these delusions, illusions, the substance abuse, the escapism. Let's change. Let's face the stories, the old stories that are no longer valid, that now we need to come to terms with. Let's face it with courage and with strength, because it's about our life, it's about our journey, it's about our destiny. That's what Mars is saying in all this story. Okay? So now slowly we're going to find more and more courage to tackle these things, and it's necessary because that gives us the support, the energetic empowerment support that we need while we are navigating through very confusing waters, because everything is up on the table for a question mark. Nothing is known anymore. Good luck to you if you think you know the truth. Good luck to know if you think you really know who you are. Good luck. But there's no chance you really know who you are, even if you're sure of it. And the more you're sure of it, the more delusional you are, because we are all changing on a fundamental level. And this year, and this multi-year process, is a massive process of deep evolution that we don't necessarily see fully or grasp fully what it's about, because we are in it. We are in a massive process. So it's like minute by a minute, hour by an hour, day by a day, week by a week, month by a month. This is a big process that we are going through. Every day is a journey. Every hour is a journey. And I'm sure that you are finding yourself a lot in your mind, thinking, reflecting, analyzing, like, what's going on? What am I supposed to believe? Where am I delusioning myself? Where am I deceiving myself? What is real? What is not real? What is true? What is false? Should I believe that? Should I believe that? What should I do? I don't know. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. And that's the North Node in Gemini. Be curious. Experiment. You will not know if you won't try. That's what the North Node in Gemini is kind of coming to support. It's saying, yeah, look, I know the South Node is in Sagittarius. It's very confusing because the old world and the old story is no longer valid. Yes, I know Neptune is in Pisces, station in direct, confusion to the max, delusions, deception, media, lies. You don't know what's true, what's not true. And Neptune is squaring the moon nodes. So it's even more delusional, because here comes the old story from the past that you don't want to live anymore. And here comes the North calling you to explore, to experiment, to try different things, to try new ideas, to try and see. Gemini is kind of North Node. What's exciting? Gemini needs to be stimulated. If you're not stimulating me, I'm bored, I'm out of here. Bye, see you later. That's Gemini. They change their mind very quickly. They will read a book. If that book gets them and keeps on intriguing them, they will read it the whole way through. And they're like, wow, this is so cool. I want more. Where's the volume 2? Give me, whoa. But if they will read and it's like, I don't know about this book. I don't know. It just doesn't stimulate me. It doesn't excite me. No, I'm not into it. Here's a book. Enjoy it. That's Gemini. For example, if Gemini is a trader, that would be a classic like, okay, buy now. No, sell. No, buy. No, sell. No, did I buy in the right time? Oh, no. It's going down. I should sell now. Oh, no, I sold. It's going up. Oh, no, I'm going to lose. I'm going to miss out. I better buy again. That's Gemini. It's kind of excitement, exploration, new ways of thinking. It's kind of like, let's create a new story. That's the positive side of this Sag season. Let's create a new story that actually stimulates us, excites us, where we actually see a potential future in an optimistic way. So I'm getting some messages from people that they're starting to lose hope about the world, and they're starting to lose hope about what's going on, and it's like, hey, what are you doing? Again? Are you going to allow this time to weaken you in the most crucial time where we need you to be a strong light? This is our mission. I've said it many times this year. Our sole mission is to hold positive, loving vibrations that you held in your yoga class a year ago in the studio in a beautiful group of people and with beautiful music in the background where everything was cool. Now is the time to embody that, and that is our most important mission. That is our real battle. That is our real revolution. That is our real rebellious action. That is our real protest. That no matter what's going to happen in the world, and if you're going to go into the world, you're going to get lost with the South Node there, do not go into the world. This is about your personal life all this year. Your personal life, your most intimate story, your most intimate bubble. your most intimate connections, your most intimate self. This is what you need to focus on. The world that we knew is fading. Don't worry about that. It's bigger than you. It's not for you to decide or to choose or to, as we go to the age of Aquarius, yes, there is unity consciousness, there is oneness, there is community, there is equality, there is decentralization, there's all these beautiful things. But there's also the things that can be threatening for us all generations, such as the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, robots, space travel, aliens, spaceships, computers everywhere. It's like we're going into a sci-fi reality. Do I like it? Not necessarily. I like simple life, nature, slow down rhythm. But it's bigger than me, and the world and evolution of humanity, of consciousness, doesn't really ask Ami what he thinks that the world should do. It just go wherever it goes, and it asks you to follow. So if you resist the change or embrace it, it's still going to happen. If you embrace Bitcoin or resist it, it's still going to happen. The only difference is, are you in or are you out? Simple as that. You don't have to believe in Bitcoin. You don't have to have Bitcoin. You don't have to at all. But that means that you also will never know how it is to have Bitcoin, how it is to have an opportunity and a chance in the optimistic Sagittarius way of looking into the future and saying, look, yeah, there is a lot of stuff that are weird, but there's also good stuff. We're actually going through a global reset, financial reset, in the biggest measurement, biggest magnitude in history. Never in history was as big and great reset of finance as is unfolding in our days. And every person with a mobile phone around planet Earth has an opportunity to be a part of it. But in order for you to be able to be a part of it, you need to do the proper Saturn in Capricorn. You need to do your homework. You need to do your research. You need to do your study. You need to do your due diligence. You need to learn. You need to put in the effort to put the hard work, the homework, in order to gain the knowledge, the teaching, the understanding that will empower you to take action and to be a part of that. If you don't want to, it's okay. But don't complain later on, because you had a chance. You still have a chance, right? But in order for you to join into the Bitcoin war, to the rocket ship, and to be a part of it, yes, you do need to understand what you're doing. You do need to understand what's the right mindset, how to really look at it, how to understand it. I'm going to see if I can share with you something I shared with the community today. It's quite mind-blowing, really. I'll show you this. Let's see. Where was that? Oh, it's that. There. Where are you? There. Now, look at this. Yeah, this is a post from today. There is a corporation that is called Grayscale Investment. It's a massive, massive money pond investment hedge fund from America. We're talking about billions. We're talking about big money investing through them in many different things. They have been the biggest purchasing power of Bitcoin over the last 6 months. Ever since the halving happened, they bought a huge load in the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. They buying every Bitcoin on the market. And they're not selling. They're just buying. And today and yesterday, even though Bitcoin is close to all-time high at $18,500, they still buying. Even though they know there's going to be a dip. They don't care. They just gallop every single Bitcoin they can get. And that's what's happening in the background. Institutional FOMO. Banks from all around the world, millionaires, billionaires, hedge funds, MasterCard, PayPal, governments, everything. Institutional money. Not the retail, not Lauren and Jenny and David and John. No, not the war class. No. Not the mid class. No. They have been taught very well by the system that they should never even get near Bitcoin. Because It's used for illegal purposes. It's used for laundering money. It's used for drug trafficking. It's used for prostitution and pedophilia. It has no intrinsic value. It has no backup. There is no real value to it. All these things that the media and the governments and the system, they have written this story in Sagittarius, the South Node, and they are selling it to the people. Why? Because by doing that, they are making the people themselves reject the idea of embracing or learning a new teaching. Very clever. This is how they push you, so you will not have an equal chance like they do. Why would they like you, John, David, and Jenny and Lauren, to have the same chance that they have? No, 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 no. You're supposed to stay poor. You're supposed to have less power than them. That's what they want. But people like Ami and others like me, they are trying really hard, talking to you, sharing with you knowledge, teachings, insight, information that can encourage you to learn more, to understand more, to know more, and to reclaim more power to your hands, and to have an opportunity in your life. But no one can force you. But you want to know, and you need to know, that right now in the background, every day, there's 900, what do you say? Look, I'll show you. I'll show you the beautiful tweet. Yeah? There you go. You are wondering who is buying Bitcoin at 18,000. Grayscale added 10,550 Bitcoin to their custody only in the last 24 hours. 10,550 Bitcoin in the last 24 hours, people. If you're afraid of buying $100 worth of Bitcoin, I want you to know this. If you've been pondering if you should buy Bitcoin and $100 worth, I want you to remember this. That Grayscale just bought 10,550 Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. Now tell me if it's risky. As in comparison, the miners that mine the Bitcoin can only mine 900 Bitcoin in one day. So 900 Bitcoin in one day, and Grayscale bought 10,550 from who? From people who sell. Okay? So I wanted to show you this because look at that. Look at how much they accumulated. Let me see if I can enlarge this. Yeah. Where did it start? From the 17th of June, okay? From the 17th of June, look how much they accumulated. It just goes bigger and bigger and bigger, parabolic, all right? Here's the price. This is the price, 18,000, 16,000. They started buying when Bitcoin was like 8,000, 6,000 from here, this line, okay? One day change, 10,000. In the last week, they bought 20,000 Bitcoin. In the last month, they bought 61,264 Bitcoin. Do you understand what I'm showing you? I hope you understand what I'm showing you. Okay? So Bitcoin right now is very happy. We had a great week. We have a fantastic week. Really, really lots of fun in the chat room, you know. And if you're not part of a community, you know, you need to understand we're having a ball. Like we're having a chat room where we all talk about the crypto all day long, and updates and all kind of fun stuff that we do, and entertainment, and you know, I can show you many things we shared this week. Here's Grayscale again. Let me show you this again. There we go. Look at that. So Grayscale is offers like investors how to invest, all right? Look how much Bitcoin they've got. Right? You see? Look at that. $45 million in Bitcoin. Look at that. Look at the numbers. $76 million of Ethereum Classic. They've got Ethereum like 1,000. What is this number? It's like it's a lot. It's big money. Big money. You know? So there's all kind of things we share here. You know, here's Deutsche Bank, right? Deutsche Bank is saying that, you know, investors are increasingly choosing Bitcoin over gold as hedging asset, according to Deutsche Bank analyst. There's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, like this is cool. Look at this. This is really cool. Oh, can you hear it? Can't hear it. It doesn't work. The sound doesn't work. Oh, bummer. But this is cool. It's like Matrix, yeah? So we've got the Bitcoin. Oh, there we go. The crypto memes are the best.
He's the one.
Very entertaining. Look at that. Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Very entertaining. Decentralized. The US dollar crashing to the ground. Ta-da! Bitcoin. Neo is the one. Uh-oh. Federal Reserve government. Uh-oh. Reserve status decreasing. Oh, Bitcoin is imploding. Money printer go brrr. Hyperinflation is coming. The new world reserve currency. The Bitcoin standard. See? Lots of fun things. Bitcoin is fun. Bitcoin is fun. Lots of cool things happening there. So, you know, if you're thinking about getting in, don't get in now. I mean, I can't give you, a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I share is only my humble personal opinion based on the things I know. But I wouldn't buy Bitcoin right now where it is, even though Grayscale is doing it no problem, but we don't have the funds that Grayscale have. I would say there will always be a dump. There has to be a dump, no matter what. Next time, save a bit of money aside. Next time Bitcoin dips, you make sure you buy the dip. Don't think twice, right? Now the dip, you need to know when to buy the dip, of course. But there will be a nice dip, and that will be a final golden opportunity before we take off. And most likely, Citibank is saying that by December 2021 we'll be in the 318,000 US dollars. Very ambitious. The humble opinions are saying that by December 21 we will be in the $100,000. Very logical, very achievable, easily achievable. But you see, you need to understand, I'm sharing with you here. What am I doing? Why am I talking about this? Because it's part of my passion to inform you. But now we're talking about Sagittarius season. I'm exposing to you a teaching from a foreign culture of cryptocurrency, of blockchain. It's a foreign subject. You don't necessarily know much about it. It's very new, it's innovative, there's a lot of learning need to be done. And I'm presenting to you a new concept that then you need to do your Saturn in Capricorn on the 27th degree here. Where are you? Here. Here, on the 27th degree, Saturn is ending his 3 years since December 2017 in his home in Capricorn. So this is the final hour. This is like, you need to make the decisions, serious action. You need to really act. You need to really decide what you need to do, what you want to do, and what you need to learn in order to do that. You need to take responsible action. And exactly in a month from now, Jupiter will be with Saturn on the 0 degree Aquarius, and they will initiate, blow the trumpets of the new world, the new karmic cycle, the new story, the new life path, the new karma, the new purpose, the new duty on a collective level and on an individual level. And this is now the final lunar cycle with Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn. This is the last month cycle where the moon is going to meet Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn. It just happened yesterday. Let me show you. This is now. And if I'm going a couple of days back, you will see. There you go. On Thursday evening into Friday morning, the moon was on top of Jupiter. Thursday evening, Then on Friday, the moon was on top of Saturn. And now the moon is here in Pisces. Now, let's talk about today. First of all, let me see what Matthew is saying. Bitcoin is freedom for everyone on earth. Bitcoin gives bank accounts to the unprivileged people who aren't allowed to have bank accounts due to where they are born. Exactly. Calm in mind. When do you think the correction will happen? I don't know if to hold on or buy more now. That's the FOMO. The correction is this week. Is this week. I mean, we had such a massive, I think 7 weeks straight of green candles. It can go on forever, but of course, nobody knows what Bitcoin will do. That's the thing. You need to remember that. It's like, I can say what I think, but it doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin cares about what I think. Bitcoin does what he wants to do. And let me see, where is it? There we go. There we go. I'll show you weekly. Look at that. You will see. Okay, so you see, look at these green candles. You've got, where is it? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 green candles. So which means 7 weeks that we're going up and up and up and up and up. It's a lot. It can't be forever. Look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then a dump. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then dumping. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a dump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a dump. It has to, because what is this dump? This dump is we went up and we need to. Well, I'm just gonna show you myself again for a moment because I want to talk to you. Yeah, so you won't lose yourself into Bitcoin charts. You go up and there's a wave, and that wave need to dip in order to gain the inertia and the momentum of like dip and jump higher. Think of a trampoline. When you jump on a trampoline, you start like soft, and then slowly you go deeper. And as you go deeper, you go higher. And when you want to go really high, on your way down, you're pushing yourself to the depth of the trampoline, so the trampoline will stretch down and will shoot you up higher. That's the same effect, okay? So I believe that the correction is coming this week. And the thing with that, every week, the weekly candle starts on Monday afternoon at around 12 p.m. Melbourne time. So, we need to finish this weekly candle. We need to finish this weekly candle in a nice kind of way. So we have, what are we now? Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. So in around 16 hours, this weekly candle will close and a new weekly candle will start. Most likely, the new weekly candle will be red. How red? Let's see. The white line is your 21 weekly moving average. Right now, it's standing at, look at here, it shows you. It's standing at 11,811. I'm talking US dollars here. Now, as the new candle will appear, this line will stretch probably to here, right? It will go up. Here is around 13.5. That's why I said I believe we're going to dump to the area of 13.5, anywhere between 39 to 11.5, with the potential even to come all the way down to here, which is the 11.5. There is a potential will drop all the way to the 11.5, even though slightly, momentary, but there is. But more likely, the dump will come to around here. And this will be healthy, because look, you see, it did like that, and this dump, look at this dump that happened here at 2017. You see it went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this candle dump, boom, $2,000, 400, around that. So the dump is usually around 35%. So if you take like, if we'll touch now, we don't know where we're going to stop. You see, here's the daily. Look at the daily. We don't know. It's already starting to tip, yeah? But there will be one more, I believe. And we don't know where it's going to be. It could stop at the 19 because the previous one, the previous resistance is here. You see? We're touching here. So I believe that what we're doing is we're doing one big cup that will come to around here. So it can stop maybe at 19,300. Maybe it will stop at the top of 19,800. But maybe it will go even above. Maybe it will go to the 20,000, maybe 21, maybe 22, just to confuse the traders, the investors, to suck in the money. FOMO in, people will FOMO into here, which is the most ridiculous thing to do. Like, this is definitely no zone for FOMO. No way. Even if it goes now $2,000 up, it doesn't matter. You don't FOMO into this because it's already, look at the parabolic wave. It has to correct down. It has to do like this up, and then it will go this it will do this down, and then boom, it will keep on going up. So if you're hodling on the sideline, a bit more patience. But yeah, so this daily candle will end tomorrow at around 11 o'clock a.m., 12 o'clock p.m., Monday. So, we'll see what it will do, but I suspect it still has a bit more up. Maybe we'll have this candle like that, and maybe Monday will still pop and then do that. So sometime this week, there will be a dump. That's what I believe. But at the same time, you need to understand that the real party now is happening in the altcoins. Look what XRP did today. 1 day candle, 2 days, look at that. Yeah, pretty big jump. This is every day is the candle. Every candle is a day. So XRP just wiped out like wicks. Let's see in the wicks. There you go. It just wiped out weeks of downturn. Here, it got to the same level of August 2019. Amazing, right? Only 1 week. Now XRP has a potential to do weird things because look what it did in 2017. 1, 2, 3, 4. In like 4 weeks, boom, and then dump. So the altcoin party is starting. Then you've got like other coins happening here. Ethereum has been pumping nicely. Litecoin has pumped. The Cardano is pumped. They're all kind of pumping off they're pumping off the bottom. That's the thing with them. So as the altcoins have crashed for 3 years, they're now searching to bounce up, to get corrections. And so they have this dance that when Bitcoin reaches this height now, where everyone's satisfied, will reach this all-time high, and people who are in the Bitcoin for a long time, they know that we're going to have a nice few weeks now of correction. But it's like people still want to trade, they still want to make money. So they will just, move their finance, move their reserve from Bitcoin or from Ethereum into altcoins, into Litecoin or Ethereum or Digibyte or XRP or other amazing projects like Polkadot, and you've got OMG, and you've got Icon, you've got Cardano. There's a lot of good things happening in the background for them as well. And they will do the correction up when Bitcoin will correct down. And then basically what they do is Bitcoin went down, they went up, they sell back, they come back to Bitcoin, and they ride another wave with Bitcoin. But, you must know what you're doing. So if you don't know how to trade, stay away from it. Hodling is the best way. Hodl is the best way, the safest way, peace of mind. You just sit there, you hodl, you don't care, it goes up, it goes down. It's for the long term, it's there. Every time you trade, you need to pay taxes. If you just hodl, you don't need to pay any taxes. You hodl. So there's many benefits to that. So yeah, that's in general about Bitcoin, how exciting this week has been. If you're waiting on the sideline, save some money, keep some money aside. When the dump comes over the next week or two, ride the lightning. Now let's go back to astrology. Just a bit of water. It got to do with astrology because I'm showing you the Sagittarius, the new story, the optimistic way of looking into the future. Yes, there is hyperinflation coming our way. Yes, there is a great reset coming our way. And they call it Great Reset instead of Great Depression, but it's very similar to the Great Depression. Just a second. So I believe that around March, when the stimulus money will stop, a lot of people will get a big reality check. And by that time, there will be other big earthquakes in the finance, in economy. The stock's already sliding. There's a big shifts in the markets. Gold, like Bitcoin is popping and gold is dropping. Some people choose to swap their gold for Bitcoin now. This is how big it is. The big ultra-rich money is selling assets. They're selling properties, they're selling investments, they're selling whatever they've got to exchange it for Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the greatest potential, basically. So, it's an opportunity. That's the thing. That's how to look at it, that it's an opportunity. And it's a new story. And it's like, if you wish to learn, if you want to learn, if you want to kind of learn something new here, I'll show you let me show you this. Just a second. Let's make it a large screen. Let's put the volume up. And here, a financial advisor, not Ami. Someone that knows better than Ami. There we go.
You alluded to the distinction between what's happened with the price of gold and Bitcoin. And you said that you think it's moving towards Bitcoin. Is that a long-term trend? Does that mean you're a Bitcoin bull? I asked because we had talked to Jamie Dimon earlier this week, who, despite JP Morgan supporting crypto in a very big way, and actually Bitcoin to some degree, on Bitcoin itself, he seemed to think it's still very possible if it ever really reaches escape velocity, and maybe it's getting closer as it passes $18,000 per Bitcoin, that the government actually would try to regulate it.
So, Andrew, I mean, I think, listen, I think cryptocurrency is here to stay. And I think it is a durable, and you've seen the central banks that have talked about digital currencies. I think digital currency and...
So this guy is working in BlackRock, yeah? I think he's the CEO, yeah? BlackRock CIO. BlackRock is a massive investment fund from America. So this is big money talking now.
The receptivity, particularly millennials' receptivity of technology and cryptocurrency is real. Digital payment systems is real. So I think Bitcoin is here to stay. I think, am I a Bitcoin bull? I mean, I don't do a lot of it or virtually any of it in my portfolios, my corporate portfolios, my business portfolios. But do I think it is probably, it's hard to say, is it worth the price it's trading at today? But do I think it's a durable mechanism that do I think will take the place of gold to a large extent? Yeah, I do, because it's so much more functional than passing a bar of gold around. And by the way, the way you can track.
You see? See what I mean? This is now the money industry. This is no longer Ami or other people like me. This is now the money industry talking about Bitcoin. Because why? Because they got enough now in their pockets that they are willing now to share that with you. So you could come and invest in Bitcoin through them. Like part of the reason why Bitcoin went so much up is because PayPal 2 weeks ago opened the gates to all their American US resident clients. If you have a PayPal account and you're a US resident, you could buy and sell Bitcoin and Ethereum through PayPal, through your PayPal account. But the minus point in there that you can't withdraw it. So that's not fair. So the good thing is exposing us to the mainstream. The negative thing is that it doesn't teach the mainstream properly. That if you really want to be in Bitcoin, you need to own your own keys. Your keys is your coins. You need to have your coins in your possession on your hardware wallet. Simple as that. If it's not in your possession, if it's on exchange, if it's on a mobile wallet, if it's on an internet wallet, it's still not fully safe. Yes, okay, if it's on a wallet, it's more yours. But still you're relying on a third-party mobile wallet. If you have it on your hardware wallet, like your Ledger, your Trezor, your KeepKey, or your Elipal, which are all of them, by the way, you can find them on the affiliate links in this movie. Again, I didn't do it. Do me a favor, everyone, please, big favor. Press like on the movie, because I'm really trying to expand, and I need you to like the movie in order for it to expand its kind of exposure. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, because that helps us as well. The more subscribers and the more likes we get, it kind of works with the algorithms that it gives us more exposure. The other thing is that if you want to join and support and get these constant updates about everything I talk about, join our Patreon. These days, I'm not doing as much on social media. I'm not doing as much on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, because it's just like it becomes really hard to be transparent and to express. There's a lot of shadow banning. There's a lot of people don't see it. If you're not a content creator, you don't get to understand this, of how shadow banning really works and how much suppression there is in the background. So Patreon is the platform where I share everything I know, and I share with people a lot of things that I can't share on social media. If you want to be a part of it and learn and to know, and if you need guidance how to get into Bitcoin, how to do it, if you need the right connections, there's a whole system I've built up for you. So join us for 1 month, even if you need to. If you want to stick longer, it's worth it. We have a great community. And we're also releasing the astrology updates and sound healing meditation. So there's lots of good reasons to join us, and your support will be greatly appreciated. So yeah, that's the minimal thing about that. So, Bitcoin is this. Here's the sun kicking into Sagittarius, new teachings, new wisdom, new learnings, a new story. If you're going to focus on the old economy, old finance crumbling down, Great Depression, great this, great that, you're going to get lost in the drama, going to get lost in it, and you're going to miss the opportunity of the North Node in Gemini. Try something new, something exciting. I am excited about Bitcoin. Bitcoin excites me. I got a payment of $200 on my PayPal account 3 months ago. After I got it, they decided to limit my account after my account is there for 9 years. 9 years, no problem, but suddenly I got a payment and they blocked me. They wanted me to provide details to verify that I am who I am. I was like, man, I'm using you for 10 years and now you want to know who I am? And on top of that, out of $200 payment, they took 6% fee, $12, just to receive money. I mean, what did you do? You just allowed me to receive money and you're taking $12? That's nonsense. If you send me now $200 through Bitcoin, the fee will cost you maybe 40 cents, maybe $1, maybe $1.30, maybe $2. That's it. And it will come instantly. So, Gemini, North Node, something exciting. Come join in the fun. It's great fun. You get to learn such amazing new philosophy, a new concept. It's kind of like decentralization, all the concept of blockchain, how things works, how to be empowered, how to take your finance into your own hands, how to be your own bank, how to actually see the future in positive eyes, that you have an opportunity to invest and park your money in a place that is going to rise in value in a huge magnitude over the next many years. As I said, the moderated opinion is that Bitcoin is going to be in 100,000 in December 21. The more ambitious opinion is 320,000 in December 21. But when you look into 2026, 2027, we are now talking in the millions. Bitcoin is going to be in the millions. And you know who's buying the whole lot? The institutional money. So why don't you have a chance too, my friend? You deserve a chance in the new world economy. You have a chance right now at the reach of your hand. You can buy Bitcoin in $10, $50, $10,000, $100,000, millions, whatever money you've got, whatever you want to buy. I'm not advising you how much to put in, but I can tell you that the future is bright in that sense. So it's your choice, but you need to do the Saturn. When you got one final month of Saturn in Capricorn to really end old karma and realize this. If for me, joining Bitcoin is ending a multi-year karma of struggle. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm a hardworking man. I'm very successful. I've succeeded in everything I've done. If it was a local band, if it was a big concert, if it was a festival, or if it was a sound healing business or a sound healing center, or whatever I do, I put in the hard effort, I put in the hard work, and I succeed. But it didn't still manage to elevate my life to a comfort place, because at the end of the day, I am a new immigrant building my life in a new country over the last 14 years. It's not necessarily an easy journey, and I don't have a background of swimming in money. No, not at all. The opposite is the truth. And so for me, joining Bitcoin is ending old karmic cycle of being in struggle, of taking an opportunity. And whatever blessings come from it, bless it. But this is how I see it. It's time for me to end the old karma of struggle and the old. It's like I'm wearing that flag as well of like the concept of being spiritual and love money is here to stay. The concept of spiritual doesn't go along with money is finished, end, dead, gone, past, done. Because why do we need to have Bitcoin? Because if the new world economy and the new world currency, which I believe will be Bitcoin, and many believe it like me, then we need spiritual people to have a part in it. We need good heart people to have Bitcoin, because we have to balance the status quo. We have to balance the equation. We need to make sure that good people will also have a say and a power and a part in the new world economy in order for us to change the way things run. And that's my passion of true spirituality, true astrology over the last 3 years, constantly showing to people, and I see the raven in front of me, constantly teaching people how to get in, how to do it, why they should do it, why and why and why, because we need that, we deserve that. I know many good souls who have helped. They are such good souls, they have struggled so much, they had so much pain and traumas and struggles in their life, and that was for me my spiritual mission, to bring them this blessing into their life because they deserve a better life. They deserve to have a chance. They deserve to have an opportunity. And they know who they are. And I love them dearly. And this is my gift to you. This is my gift to you, what I'm sharing with you. Really, with all my heart. I was never into investment. I was never into all these things. Never. Never, never, never. But this is not a normal time. This is unprecedented times. This is a time of great opportunity. Beyond your understanding, beyond my understanding. Really, I mean that. So, as we go through this week, I want you to understand that we are now feeling a bit of optimistic. We want to look up. We want to start telling good stories for ourselves. And then Mars is finally starting to find the courage. What else is happening in the background as I move through the days is that as we do this journey, Mercury is aligning with Mars today into tomorrow. And then Juno is moving. Venus is moving. Venus here, 3 degrees in opposition to Black Moon Lilith. Yeah, so here we go now. A bit of the rebellious goddess. Venus in Scorpio is looking for the secrets, the hidden, where she loses her power, dynamic in relationships, dynamic in money, dynamic in finance, what to do with your money, what to do with your investment, where to invest. Oh my God, but I'm a bit afraid buying Bitcoin. And Mars is like, come on, find your courage and buy some Bitcoin. You can do it. I believe in you. I don't know, but it's dumping. It's dumping really hard. Yeah, baby, you buy into the fear. You don't buy into the greed when it's FOMO in like candles of thousands of dollars. No, that's the worst place to buy. That's the place to sell, if at all. It's when it's going down and dumping hard, 30%, 40% down, without hesitating, without blinking your eye. You buy into the fear. You buy the dip. And you ride. You ride. So this is Venus. And then Black Moon Lilith opposition, a bit of a rumble. This is on Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday. Mercury is closing in on Juno. The moon in Pisces have passed through Neptune. So we are now in a few days of moon in Pisces. You know, maybe you're feeling a bit kind of dreamy, like chill, like you don't feel like doing too much. Maybe tonight, this is a great energy. Tonight I'm going to move back. Earlier today, I'm going to take it a few hours back and show you. We need to start get going because it's 7:30 already. Earlier today, here we go at... There we go. The sun is on 0 degrees, 18 minutes, 19 now. There we go. Sun is on 0 degree here at 1 o'clock. 0 degree, 20 minutes. Moon squaring, first square of the moon after the new moon. So the first square is the first check-in point. A new moon happened. Here comes the moon doing the first square. Checking in into the new moon intention. Remember, we had a new moon in Scorpio a week ago, very intense. Okay, checking in, and the moon is in Pisces, so it's kind of like, and the sun is in Sag, so it's kind of like reflecting, on the story, on what we, thought will be, and kind of maybe feeling just chill. Tonight could be nice to just sit and watch a movie or just chill, relax. It's kind of rainy. It's kind of, just sit at home, do something you love. Enjoy. Moon in Pisces, very sensitive. If you're feeling very sensitive, take it easy, be gentle. Feel your feelings, honor them. Moon in Pisces, find your connection to the divine love. Find your connection to the great spirit through meditation, through a ritual. Visualize, just fun, lighthearted, but don't take it too hard. It can be very sensitive, especially as Venus is in Scorpio now. Mercury is in Scorpio. So this is what happened earlier today at 3:45 p.m. After the intensity of last week, boom, 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 boom. Sunny comes this weekend. Move. It's like Sun into Sag, Venus into Scorpio, the Moon into Pisces. Mutable. Mutable means like Oh my God. What is this story I'm telling myself? You might be reflecting. Meditate. Meditate for healing, for spirit. When you go to sleep tonight, you're sleeping with the moon in Pisces. Pisces, miracles, mystical, healing, dreams with spirit. Invite spirit into your dreams. Invite spirit into your sleep. You lay down in sleep tonight and you go like angels, masters, teachers, guides. Please heal me in my sleep. Guide me in my sleep. Shine your light onto me. Shine your love onto me. So that's that. And as the moon is now going here in Pisces, then it will come on top of Neptune tomorrow, and that will be super kind of sensitive, right? Because Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. Here is Moon Neptune at around Monday night, late night. So dream time of Monday night, woohoo! Tonight set the intention for communication, guidance, dreams, healing, miracles with spirit. Tomorrow night even more. And pay attention to your dreams. Have a dream journal. This is a very symbolic, because the moon is with Neptune while we are asleep in our dream time. Neptune is dream time medicine. And as this is happening, look at that. It's actually trining Mercury in Scorpio on the 17th degree. And Mercury is the mind. So there is definitely a channeled message, an insight, a dream, a revelation, a process that is happening inside of you that is got to do with your illusions, deceptions, escapism, but also with your dream about love. What is the old story of love that you notice that is dying or that is ending in your relationship, in your business, in your money? And what is the new story that wants to rebirth, to transform, to evolve? It's like, where are you deceiving yourself? Where are you escaping and avoiding? Where are you drugging yourself? Where are you drunking yourself? What are you avoiding? What are you escaping? Feel it, baby. You'll feel it even if you don't like it. And with Mercury, perception. And this is happening when Venus is already 2nd degree. And guess what she's going towards? Uranus on the 7th degree. Okay, so it's all happening. And Mercury is closing in on Juno. It's all happening. Ticking clock, sorry. We're moving one day forward. This is Wednesday. But I want to move to the hours of meditation now. So Wednesday here we go, times of meditation, 7:45 for example. We've got a few hours before. There you go. So the moon kicks into Aries on Tuesday late night. Moon kicks into Aries here. And I'm looking for the keys. Okay, that's good. And then we're moving. The moon's travel then on top of Chiron. After this sensitive weekend, chill, sensitive, kind of dreamy, kind of floating with Neptune in Pisces. Then on Wednesday morning, as we wake up to a new day, the moon in Aries is on top of Chiron. Suddenly we are feeling some wounding. Maybe we're feeling the insecurity again. And Mars is finally moved into the 16th degree after 3 weeks on the 15th degree. Finally into the 16th degree. Now we're really starting to... So it's like the moon comes after the dream and facing the illusions and feeling all that. And then she comes into Aries when she's kind of like, so what does that mean about my feelings? What about my emotions? What about my relationship? Then she comes on top of Chiron and is like, I don't want this anymore. This relationship makes me feel like crap. This partner puts me down. This partner doesn't pay me attention. This partner ignores me. This partner doesn't love me in the way I want to be loved. In the past, I was okay with that. Now I'm not okay with that. I want to be loved in this way. I want to have this in my relationships. In the past, I was, putting my money in the bank thinking that's the right thing. But now I'm learning all this thing about Bitcoin and the inflation and the whatever is happening. And it's kind of like scaring me. So and that makes me feel like, oh my God, am I going to be poor again with Chiron? Poor again? Am I going to lose my money again? Am I going to be weak again? But Mars is kicking to the 16 degrees, and then the moon a few hours later, and this is happening while Mercury is closing in on June, 4 degree closing in on Uranus. So it's all ticking, balsamically cooking, not full on, but just cooking in the background. And then we'll go a few hours forward, and then the moon comes into Mars. There we go. The moon will come into Mars on Thursday morning. So Wednesday morning, the moon is with Chiron. Now the moon is in Pisces. On Monday night, the moon is with Neptune. So here comes the sensitivity, the dreams, all that I said. Then Tuesday, moon moves into Aries. It will be on Chiron. We will feel the insecurity. We will feel the pain or the wound or that feeling we don't want to feel anymore. And then on Thursday, the moon comes on top of Mars and it's like, I have to find the courage to face this crap. Let's just face it. Let's just say it. What do we say? Whatever Mercury is coming to tell Juno after all his findings in the journey that he had in Scorpio retrograde. At the same time, look at this dance. Mercury is closing in on Juno as Venus is closing in on the opposition to Uranus. Wow, 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 wow. This is like it's like if you put a musical piece, it's that kind of symphony that just becomes more dramatic and you can feel it builds the tension like dum to the 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 dum. Then comes the boom. And all this is cooking for it. Now Aries, look at Aries. Still squaring Pluto. So the goddess of death, chaos, discord is squaring Pluto, the god of death. And Aries is the sister of Mars. So it's kind of like Aries and Mars, the warrior and the warrior sister, the rebellious dark sister. They're there like in Aries, like our way, my needs, my desires. And then the moon comes like, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm done feeling like crap. I'm done being put down. I'm done not getting what I want, not getting what I deserve. This is not what I hoped for. Sun in Sagittarius. This is not the dream that I dreamt of. I thought it will go a different way, but it went that way and I don't like the way it went, so it's time to end that story. I needed to be like that. That's kind of the journey in a nutshell. So then I'll move more. Then the moon will be on top of Aries on Thursday late night. So we are meditating on this moon with Chiron, moon with Mars on Wednesday, Thursday meditations. And then moon with Aries. So it's going to be a meditation of really feeling, if you want to come and join us Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m., this indicates that, and look at that, it's like Mercury is on Juno. So this is a really good, powerful week to come and meditate and reflect and make the connection and make the realization, understanding about your needed actions to take. Because this is the final month of Saturn in Capricorn, you better do the homework, you better make the serious, cold-hearted decisions that are important for your long-term success. That's Saturn in Capricorn. And it's also very karmic. Whatever happens over this month, very highly karmic, because Saturn is karma, Capricorn is karma. And Saturn, look at that, on Thursday night, 12:45 a.m., Saturn entered the 28th degree of Capricorn. That's it. 2 more degrees. That's it. Finish. Okay? So then, look, Mercury is closing in on Juno. In the same way, Venus closing in on Uranus. And it's like a ticking clock of like, it's like bzz, 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 bzz. Hello, Peter. Nice to have you. And there you go. So the moon moves then. I'm going, and Mercury is exactly on top of Juno as the moon is now moving. Excuse me. Mercury into Juno. There we go. Boom. Friday at around between 4 and 5 p.m. is the crescendo of Mercury on top of Juno. And Venus is now in the 7th degree, cooking towards Uranus, 7th degree, 38 minutes, 2 minutes. So they're already there. So as the moon enters Taurus, after she faced Chiron and Mars in Aries, Mercury was closing in on Juno, Venus is closing in on Uranus, then Friday, and also the moon nodes shifted to the 19th degree by Friday, okay? So that's another shift. So as we come into the like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's this kind of like boom, a shift, and pay attention what's coming, people. Pay attention what's coming. This is quite an interesting. So this all week story unfolding. Mercury with Juno, Friday around 4:30 p.m. And then how many hours after? Venus, Uranus, 7 degrees 37 minutes. Venus 7 degree 30 minutes. And there we go, around here. Let's move the minutes so it's exactly. There you go. Saturday at 4 a.m. So Friday late night. 4 a.m. of the night between Friday and Saturday. This is the night, weekend, Venus in exact opposition to Uranus. Friday night, Venus is money as well and finance. So take it in a few parallel dimensions. A, your relationships. B, your health. C, your values. D, your finance and your money and your job. And there is more, yeah? But let's stick to them. Let's even just stick to relationship and your money, the main emphasis. Excuse me. So, something shocking, unexpected, change, sudden, out of nowhere, hits you. And it creates a revolutionary change in a very eruptive way. Disruptive, earthquake, out of nowhere, boom, 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 boom. Now, this Venus opposition to Uranus comes after Mercury has chased Juno and is still with Juno there, yeah? Only less than 1 degree apart, 23, 22, but look at the minutes, less than a degree. So Mercury is closed on Juno all this week, coming back to her after a month ago he met her in opposition to Uranus. So Mercury was with Juno in opposition to Uranus a month ago, and now Mercury has retrograded and is coming back to Juno with all the things that he found and realized and redefined and rediscover. He's coming back to Juno at the same time that Venus is now opposition to Uranus. You see what I mean? The fact that Juno is playing a main role in all this time indicates that it's deeply connected to marriage, to sacred relationships, to our sacred connections, to our sacred contracts of all kinds. Your contracts with the bank, with the real estate, with your job, with your contracts and whatever. All those things. But very auspicious that Mercury is with Juno as Venus opposed Uranus, in the same way Mercury was with Juno, where they opposed Uranus. And it's actually quite close, because Venus is opposing Uranus on the 7 degree 37 minutes, and Mercury and Juno opposed Uranus on the 9th degree, or 8th degree, and 7th degree. So it's in the same region exactly. Now, this also relates, remember before I told you it relates to October, 31st of October, beginning of November of 2018. That's one point to look at. The second point was Venus conjunction on the solar eclipse of 2014. Let me take you there. (2014). Where is Venus? There you go. Venus, where are you? There is Venus. I need to move back. There we go. So Venus was in conjunction here. There you go. Venus conjunct the Sun. Here we are. Take it a few hours back. There you go. A bit more. You've got Venus here on your 11 o'clock. Venus, 0 degree Scorpio. The Sun, 0 degree Scorpio. The Moon, 0 degree Scorpio. This was a solar eclipse on the 24th of October 2014. Okay? 0 degree Scorpio. The same degree that Venus opposed Uranus in 2018. You get it? So this is the second point backwards. First point, end of October, beginning of November 2018. Middle point, 24th of October 2014. And around that time in general, because Venus was traveling through the same places. So October, November 2014 is the second middle point. The first point was 2010. That was the first point that relates to this process. So there's quite a big process with Venus there. Quite a big process with Venus. Here is Venus again. I'm going to take her again back. Okay, there you go. So very cool. So this also got to do with it. 2010, this is where Venus also did a process in Scorpio, similar to now. Mars was with it then as well. So 0 degree Scorpio was 15th of September 2010. No, sorry, that's Mars. I got confused. There we go. Where is it? 0 degree Scorpio was September 2010. So around September 2010, and there's also relation to 2007, 2008. So there's a process going on here with Venus. This is the cycles of Venus. Something happened in regards to your relationship, your job, your finance, your money, your health, your values. In 2007, 2008, the end of 2007, something started. In 2010, September, it went through a certain process that triggered something, like a new shift in the relationship maybe. Then in 2014, it was the middle point of the picture, because here in 2010, Jupiter was with Uranus on the 29th degree of Aquarius. So it's kind of like sudden, unexpected, change with people, with the world, 2010. And Pluto entered Capricorn just prior to that. So Pluto entered Capricorn, that's a process that relates to it, and they kind of square, they did this kind of alignment here, quincunx. And Saturn was in Libra back then. But the idea is like, the middle point was 2014, when something just suddenly shifted in a different way. Then 2018, unexpectedly, something happened that got to do with the process. The process began in 2007. It got a shift in 2010. It got then another shift in 2014. And then it got a really shocking, sudden shift, revolutionary shift in 2018. And now it's coming to another shift in that sense. And if you take it to relationship, make that connection. If you're not with the same partner, make the connection of what parallels you can find between the experiences you had back then with partners, relationships, and now. This is just a cool time travel. We're going back to now. So last time I was on Friday. I'm going to take us back to Friday. Here is your Friday. We said Mercury is on top of Juno. Venus opposition to Uranus. What time exactly did I say? I don't remember. Let's do it again. Venus 30. There we go. Saturday, 4 a.m. So the night of Friday, 4 a.m. Venus opposition to Uranus. Again, we are in our sleep time, bedtime, hopefully, if you're not a party person. But pay attention to next weekend. Next weekend, we're expecting sudden, unexpected, shocking changes to come. Friday is the last day of trades, of stock market. Usually they like to drop the bombshells, like the big movements on a Friday, because then there's the Saturday, Sunday when the markets are not operating. So, for example, if there will be like a big dump suddenly on the stock market on Friday, then they will have like the Saturday, Sunday to let people kind of get their shit together. And then on Monday, the markets open up again. So usually big things like to happen on the Thursday, Friday, when it's kind of the end of the trade week. This will be interesting. You might get fired. You might find a job. You might get the job of your dreams, of a new optimistic vision. Something you never thought is possible because the sun is in Sag. It's like, wow, there's something new. It gives me a new sense of hope. Now, the cool thing is that at the same time that Venus is opposing Uranus, look who sneaked in here, the moon. So it got to do with our emotional security. It got to do with our nurturing connections. It got to do with our feeling body. Uranus is electricity, it's nervous system. There might be some extreme levels of anxiety over next weekend because we're going to be facing the fears in Venus in Scorpio, because we're going to be facing trauma or secrets or hidden, or we might have real serious discussions in our marriages, in our relationships about what's really going on. The story that is no longer here because the sun is approaching South Node in Sagittarius. There might be serious discussions between partners about the story that started years ago that didn't go where they wanted it to go, and it's come to an end. And it's kind of scary and fearful as Venus is in Scorpio. It's threatening the sense of balance and harmony. And it's in opposition to Uranus with the moon. So it's sudden, unexpected, out of nowhere. It might confront you. You might be afraid. You might be scared. You might be anxious. You might be stressed. And that's where you need to pick up your tools. Drink lots of water. Have some nerves nutrition like tissue salt. If you have like sudden eruption conversation, know how to withdraw back. Step away. If you notice that things getting kind of, don't go there. And if it happens without your control, suddenly, unexpectedly, bring your awareness in, bring your higher consciousness in. Remember what I'm telling you right now, and hold space for it, and don't freak out and don't be afraid. Center yourself, trust it, and let it expose and reveal the new that wants to be born. Okay? So it's very, very interesting how the moon is sneaking on Uranus. It's basically together. They're basically together. Look, 1 hour, 2 hours later. Venus is 7 degree 43 minute. Uranus 7 degree 37. The moon 7 degrees 32. And the moon will be exactly with Uranus on Saturday, 6 a.m. and 9 minutes, when Venus is still there. It's only like 43, 37, only 6 minutes away, astrological minutes. It's nothing. What else is happening in the background while this is happening? Mars 16 degrees saying, you can do it. Come on, don't be afraid. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for what is your truth. Come on, it's pursue your happiness, pursue your desires, pursue your destiny, pursue your purpose. Stop hiding. You know that something is off. You know that something is not right. Stop hiding behind your fear of shaking the ground. Uranus is earthquake. That's another potential, by the way. Natural phenomena, weird things, earthquakes, things like that, very, very possible. Very, very possible, because Venus rules Taurus, Mother Earth. Uranus is in the home sign of Venus. So Uranus is shaking Venus ground while Venus is in a weakness in Scorpio. Very interesting. And all this is happening while the big title is coming up next week. And it's going to happen at... I'm going to move it forward. It's going to happen on... There we go. Sun is on 7 degrees. 8 degrees. Let's move a few minutes. 8 degrees 39. 8 degrees 38. There we go. A new full moon eclipse on Monday at 8:30 p.m. So all this week of Mercury chasing Juno, first of all, the sun shifted to Sag to end the old story, the old belief structure that is not there anymore. As Neptune, stationed direct, highlighting the illusions, deceptions, lies, media, confusion. This could be mental health week. Please be careful, mental health people. Be very gentle with yourself, regulate yourself, check into yourself that you're not in trauma trigger. If you are, know how to come back, use your tools that you've learned, do some tapping, do some meditations, do some grounding, do some yoga. You know, if you have certain things you need to take them if you need them. You know, this could be very interesting because it's all big. It's very deep, it's very intimate, and it's all combining together. Neptune station indirect, highlighting magnitude of that kind of confusion, delusion, deception, the minds, the lies, where am I right, where am I wrong, what's true, what's lies. Neptune is squaring the moon nodes, which shifted to the 19 degrees, closing the square even further, making the confusion even more. What do I believe? The word and what they say? Or this new guy, this young guy with the curly hair that tells me that I should do that? Gemini, exciting, trade, new way of thinking? Or no, but they tell me I should not get near Bitcoin, for example. What should I believe? Should I believe what this partner tells me? He tells me the same story. He tells me that the partner, he tells me he loves me. He always tells me he loves me, so I don't understand. Why do I feel that he doesn't love me if you always tell me that he loves me? Oh my God, you've been lying? All this time you've been lying and you don't really love me? I can't believe I believed you. Potential, yeah? I'm just giving you an insight. Can't believe I believed you. All this time I wasted thinking that you love me and you don't even love me? Poof, smashed illusions. Mercury with Juno. What does that mean? about my relationship, about my marriage, my contract. What does that mean? Venus with Uranus, sudden, unexpected. Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to hurt you because I like you. You're a good person. So I didn't want to hurt you, but I'm really not into you for years already. Like, since 2018, I'm not into you. Or maybe since 2014, I'm not into you. Or maybe since 2010, I was already not into you, but I kind of went along with it. Something like that. I'm just giving you different stories based on these alignments. So all this week is doing that process, and it's building us up for the full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, Gemini. Moon will be in Gemini. Full moon eclipse, eclipsing. We're starting a new eclipse season. Eclipse season that happened in May, June. We are now wrapping that cycle up, and now we're going through a massive eclipse season that will end on the summer solstice eclipse with Jupiter Saturn in Aquarius. So now, next week on Tuesday, we will talk about it more next week. We will have sound healing meditations for this, by the way. And this is going to be a powerful meditation. So book yourself in. It's going to get filled for sure. And that's Monday groups. There will be a group at 11 a.m. and a group at 7 p.m. Very powerful time. Very, very powerful time. So reminding you, eclipse season, eclipse is like eclipsing the old cycle, ending the old cycle, beginning a new cycle. If a full moon and a new moon is a monthly cycle, eclipses is a 6-month cycle. It comes every 6 months, and it's kind of closing a chapter. A full moon, new moon is a page in the book, and eclipse is a chapter. Okay? And the full moon, we'll talk about it next week, but in Gemini, it means mental. It means I have to let go of an old way of thinking, an old way of believing, because the sun in Sag is telling me the old story is gone, dead, and that happens after all the alignments that we just spoke of. It's not the most intense week, but it's a week that a lot is happening in the background, in our minds, and that's where we should be. We should be with our minds, we should go inwards, we should meditate a lot, we should journal, we should reflect, we should expose, we should converse, we should discuss on the table the truth. Let's stop wasting each other's time. Let's stop wasting our time. Let's be real. Let's get real. Let's expose the old story that is no longer valid, the old belief that is no longer valid, so we can just put an end to it, and we can start creating a new story that is exciting, Gemini. A new story that is exciting. Why being in a relationship that is boring, and there is no connection, and there's no affection, and there's no love, and there's no passion, there's no desire? Why being there? For what? For the taboo? That's what Aries is dismantling in Aries. She doesn't care about the taboo. She's squaring Pluto, saying, it's time to end all this bull crap. I want to do what I want to do. Why being there? Why believing in a story that someone is with you, love you, when they don't really love you? I'm just giving an example. It can be about your job, again. It can be about your health. Why keep on drinking alcohol? And you tell yourself that, no, you love alcohol. You just have a drink, every night you like to get wasted. It's kind of helping you get through the time. It's very intense time, so you're drinking every night. Why tell yourself this crap story when it makes you feel like crap? You feel toxic. You don't feel good. It moves you out of your motivation, out of your purpose, out of your duties. You just become slack. Why doing that? It's time to tell a new story. It's time to say, no, I'm not into alcohol anymore. I don't want to drink anymore. I want to be sober. I want to get my life together. I want to do something proper in my life. I'm giving you examples, but it's going to be definitely a revealing week, unfolding, building up. The crescendo is next weekend. Next weekend is far from being comfortable. And it's building into the eclipse. So here we are, 22nd of November. We've got 8 more days for November. And then we're in December. And we've got 1 more month of Saturn in Capricorn. And I told you this is the final lunar cycle that the moon is going to meet Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn. The last cycle. Why? Because then after this eclipse, the moon will go. Where is it? Oh, moving weeks. Sorry. Here we are. The moon. There you go. On the 15th of December, 16th of December, the moon comes into Capricorn for the final time as Saturn and Jupiter on the 29th degree, ending, wrapping up the game. And then the moon comes Look at that. It's amazing. It's really amazing. I'm just giving you a bit of an insight there. Here comes the moon, and he meets with, look at that, within a minute, literally within a minute. There you go. The moon comes into the 29th degree, and he's chasing as Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter is chasing Saturn, the moon is chasing both of them, but then Saturn, on Thursday, 17th of December, Saturn goes, boom, sorry guys, I'm in Aquarius, come over. And then the moon goes like, what do you mean? Wait a second. The moon comes, goes on top of Jupiter, passes Jupiter, and comes into Saturn, and she will meet Saturn. The moon, Saturn, 0-0. Look at that. It's divinely planted. It's like it's architecture of admiration. It's all so admirably perfect. 0 degrees, 0 minute, moon meets Saturn in the new world of Aquarius on the 17th of December. On the 0-0, we are feeling the need for a new change, for a birth. Jupiter follows it within, there you go, Jupiter will be within a couple of days. Jupiter moves. There you are. Jupiter moves into, there you go. Here it comes. Jupiter 0-0 on the 20th of December, 3 days after. So the moon comes, Saturn moves to Aquarius, the moon comes on top of Jupiter on the 29th degree. Yes, I'm feeling this end. Then the moon comes into Saturn in Aquarius 0-0. Yes, I'm feeling this new beginning. Then Jupiter comes 3 days after. Enter Aquarius is like, I'm coming. Prepare the ceremony. Everyone get together, prepare the ceremony. And then on the 22nd, Jupiter comes on top of Saturn on the 0 degrees. And where are you? There you go. 28 minutes, 22nd of December, 3:28 a.m. So the night of the 21st, okay? And this is 6 hours after the Aboriginal prophecy. The Aboriginal prophecy, 21st of December, 9 p.m. and 2 minutes, spaceship above Uluru. Aquarius is futuristic, alien, extraterrestrial, out of space and time, revolutionary, innovative, technology, revelation, relates to the world, the people of the world. Saturn, the new karma, the new structure, the new law and order. And Jupiter comes and blows the trumpet 6 hours after the Aboriginal prophecy. So the Aboriginal prophecy is saying the same thing all the sages, all the indigenous are saying, that in this time we need to vibrate love, to be heart-centered. And this will be a declaration. But I went overboard with you all the way there. Thank you all for being with me all this time. I really enjoyed sharing with you all this insight. And, if you want to get into the Bitcoin, if you need to know, wait another few days to a week to 2. There will be a dump. If you're in Bitcoin, enjoy the altcoin party. Just know what to invest in, where to be in, and what not to do. But there's going to be a lot of happy fireworks in the altcoin party now. Litecoin is going to start moving. Ethereum, Digibyte, Ripple, Cardano, OMG, Icon, Quantum. There's amazing project level on the DeFi, the Polkadot, and you've got the Elrond, and you've got the Theta, and you've got a lot of things that are going to start popping. And it's a great opportunity for people that know what they're doing. If you don't know, just stick to Bitcoin, hodl. And that's what I had for you. So I love you so much, and thank you for joining me. Have a great week. Reflect. Come join me in meditations. I'm going to meditate on that. And be gentle. It's a very powerful times we live in. Be gentle. And to all the Bitcoin family, to all the hodlers, woohoo! Woohoo! Amazing. All right. So thank you all very much. Lots of love to you. Have a great week. Thank you, Chris, Jess, Simon. Awesome. Thank you. And it's time to end this. Lots of admin here in the background. So here I am. Ending the stream here and now, saying love to you. Be positive, be gentle. Do yourself a favor, do your homework. Do your homework. Okay? Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Reclaiming your power by choosing what kind.
I'll let this song play a few seconds. Listen to it.
What kind of thoughts you are carrying within your mind,
What thoughts you're carrying within your mind.
and what all of these illusions, these fears and pain
This is on YouTube if you want to look for it.
deep inside.
Medicine Song Super Full Moon Scorpio from this year. Lots of love to you people. Bye. Peace, happiness, joy. Moontime Bitcoiners. Moontime. Woohoo.